This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so today we'll see. Okay, so in Jenkins, how to configure this one node. It is very easy in Jenkins. Go manage Jenkins. Here you can see manage Jenkins. There you can see manage nodes somewhere. So here you can see manage nodes. Okay, just click manage nodes. So as of now, I have only master. So new node. You give some name, whatever name you want. I'm giving slave one. So permanent agent. Just click OK. So number of executors means you can see that you have concurrent builds that manage node for builds how many executors at a time. Concurrent builds. So remote root directory means that home directory, the Jenkins, the username, right? So where lib Jenkins, right? Yesterday we saw. So yesterday we configured that whole Jenkins home directory in both servers. Yes, where lib labels means you can use some label name like kind of tagging. Okay, so you can use, for example, I'll give dev test whatever you want, you can give it. Use this node as much as possible. Okay. Launch method means that authentication. So launch agent by connecting it to the master, launch agent via executing command, launch agent via SSH. Just put SSH, host name. You give your slave private IP. So give your private IP. Credentials. As of now, we don't have any credentials yet. Go here, create credentials. So username and password, you can see there. Okay, so okay. As of now, we'll go with the username and password. Later, I will show you the secret file, secret text and all. So in my case, my username is Jenkins. Yesterday we configured it. The username Jenkins. And the password. And here give something. Okay. Just some description. Simple, that's it. Slave one. Some description. Okay. So okay, just select the credentials. Host key verification strategy. Because this is authentication. Okay. Host name is my slave, but slave private IP, not public IP. Okay. So here give all private IPs. Credentials means so that authentication purpose. And host key verification strategy, just leave it non-verifying. Okay. Why non-verifying? So just save it. Any questions here? Revati, Gaurav?
No, clear.
What was the number of executors?
The same time, okay, I will show you. The same concurrent builds. Configure. Okay. So, the maximum number of concurrent builds. Okay. Okay. So here, for example, if you give it 10 and all, so okay, that we have to make sure the CPU, memory, all the stuff and all. it will run 10. Okay, so if you run 10 at a time, so then right, so we have to take care of the CPU, memory, those things also. Okay, okay, Gaurav.
Number 10 means at the same time, if I'm trying to run 10 jobs.
Yeah, 10 jobs, right? So then right, you have to take care of your CPU, the utilization, and the memory utilization, the performance also.
Okay. But 10 and all should not matter, right? It should be some high number, then it can matter, right?
Sorry?
I mean, there should be some high number of executors, then it will matter, right? 10 and 20 will be small, right? For still.
Yeah, small one is here, right? In open source, if you see, yes, just I'm using only one CPU. Okay. If you see here, I'm using only one CPU, right? Just for in our case, I'm using only one CPU, right? So, okay. For one CPU, if I give 10 or something 20, right? Maybe okay. For one CPU, it can't handle sometimes. In production, we will have like okay, so more CPUs, right? That's okay. Yeah, that's what depends upon your that instance type, that instance CPUs, all those stuff on that.
Okay. And Jenkins has the ability to run 10 jobs in parallel, right?
Yes,
it doesn't
yes.
do like one and then second, and it has
After the parallel, we can run it. Yeah.
correct.
Okay, so something you can see here, crash mark means some error is there. Just I will relaunch again. We will see. Just relaunch. You can see some errors. Some error. What is the error? Authentication successful. And max user process cannot modify limit. Operation not permitted. Jenkins, max user max lock memory connection failed. Some error. The worst key are not being verified. Man in the middle attacks may be possible against a connection. Authentication successful. As such connection reports a garbage before command execution. Check your profile and so on to make sure it is quick. Generate follow real time. Just go configure. Just will change that authentication methods. Here, non-recommended strategy, manual private key strategy, non-host file. Just put non-host files. Okay. Anyway, we configure it. That was just put non. Okay, host file. We'll see. Just again, just relaunch. Again, same issue. Host key, magic key, non-host file connection will be allowed. Authentication successfully. Check your bash. Airlib Jenkins. Simple. Go in this location. Just check the permissions, all the stuff, and that's it. I will go there. Go, just log into slave. Jenkins. Okay. Permission Jenkins only. Jenkins. CD Jenkins. LSFLA. Okay. Bash. What is the error? bash rc, go bash rc. So max user process, you limit max user process cannot modify limit operation not operation not permitted. Unlimited, right? Increment. Oh, real time priority. Okay, just some. Okay, I log into master also. We'll see master what permissions are there. What Jenkins. Maybe it's a simple. Maybe that right. Permissions. The stuff under. Is it away for the user? CD dash lib. So here also we have Jenkins. Why it is not? Jenkins. SSH. Jenkins are there. So here I can able. Okay. So here also you can see so same issue. While I'm trying to log in from master to slave to SSH, I got same. Max user processor cannot modify limit operation not permitted. Schedule priority cannot modify limit operation
Ram,
not permitted.
This is the default U limit which came, right? We can remove it, right?
Yeah.
Or is it mandatory? We can remove it and source that file, I think.
You can remove it. Yeah. Even here, right? If you got this error, also you are able to connect. What is closed? Action is closed. So and you can see here, so it is like again same issue. Cannot modify limit operation not permitted.
How
Operation not
to
permitted.
source that file?
Remove what? You say?
Source that file. Go to that server Source
slave.
SOUR, yeah, do source SOURC space dot bash shrc. That means whatever you have given in this U limit, files cannot modify limit. Okay.
Operation.
Whatever you have made changes, right, that is not permitted.
Okay. Permission not permitted. Then what I will rename it. I will just okay. Yes, I will remove. Let's kind of remove that file. We'll see.
You should not remove that file. Just remove that U limit things and source it. Should work ideally.
Okay. Now I can't see that error. So well, okay. Now just we'll see. Just save it. Launch once again. I think now it's working. Just I renamed that file or I removed. So okay. Now we can see. So it's successfully connected and online. Okay. Now you can see here. Okay. So the agent successfully connected and online. So back to list. So okay. You can see now. Slave. There's no cross mark. Now it's working. Simple. Just write what I did. Okay. I renamed that file name or I removed. You can remove or rename it. But in production, right? So don't remove it. Okay. Do some troubleshooting. Okay. Yes, here we are using for only for testing purposes. Just I renamed it. But in production, so don't try to rename or don't try to remove. Just try to troubleshoot it. Okay. Okay, Gaurav, Revati. So now it's working here. You can see slave one, master and slave.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, if there's no cross mark means it is online. Okay, if it is cross mark, then it is something is offline.
Something else. Okay.
So now just only take any job, any job. Okay, so take already we have the job one something and that go job one. Or if you want to create a job two, a new job also you can create. Just have to create new job. So all things already Windows. Okay, last time we saw. Here you can see restrict where this project can be run. Okay, so here you can slave one. Okay, slave one. Okay, so otherwise so you can give the label also. There are different one label. It's something dev something. A different one label dev something. Okay, that label also you can give it. Anyway, that slave name or that label which are different. Okay, so you can give it anyone. Okay, Revati, Gaurav.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
fine.
So the remaining stuff as usual. Already whatever we discussed, the remaining stuff as usual. So for now, so I'll go with simple command. Okay. That was just if something whatever command Linux commands okay. So you can give it a simple command. I'll give ls-l so temp, or I'll give some if config whatever yeah whatever something. Okay. So some commands, okay, some Linux commands or scripts, whatever you want to execute, just you can execute here. Just manually build. You can see here. It's executing. So green mark means success. You want to see output, you can see output. So you can see started by user RAM. So building remotely. So here my command, that command output. Okay, so yeah, simple. To avoid that more load in the master, so we can configure the slaves. So there's a one thing. One more thing, right? Already we discussed it, right? Okay. So this, whatever the tools, the DevOps tools, it will be managed by the centralized team across the company and across the units, across the practices. So they will be centralized. Okay. So on the time, right? For project 1, they will give some slave 1. For project 2, they will give slave 2. Like that and all. Okay. If all the projects, all the teams, if they execute one slave or one master, right, there will be some load or some confusions. So that's why what they will do, they'll segregate. For project 1, they will create a slave 1. For project 2, they will give slave 2. For project 3, they will give slave 3, like that and all. Okay, so this is a slave. It's very important. Okay, the interview, so they may ask, okay, sometimes what is the slave, how to configure a slave, these things. Okay, Gaurav, Revati.
Yeah, Ram.
Ram, so here we have configured slave in the master one.
Yeah.
So let's say if I, as a user, right, as a Jenkins user,
Okay.
so how as a Jenkins user, let's say I'm a tester, right? I need to deploy some code or something. Then
Okay.
how? So you guys will teach every user to send your request to slave, or how it will be?
No,
Because
by
we will not
default
consider that slave.
by default they'll configure. So here, right, while configuring, right? Just configuring. Just now we configure, right? While creating this job, right? While creating this job, so there they will configure. Maybe DevOps team. So
Yeah,
or
because we
DevOps.
created job and then we gave it that we want to run it in slave.
Yes. So here, right?
But
Okay.
as
So
a
here I
user,
configure.
I will not be aware that I need to create a job in slave. So whatever job I create, it will by default go to master then.
Yeah, by default, here, right? If you don't select anything, by default, it will go to the master. Okay. So while creating itself, so okay, here you have to select. So where you need to these things and all. The same,
Okay.
right? You're asking, Gaurav?
No, what I'm asking is here I have created a job and I have given it. I want to run it in slave.
Okay.
Right, because I know, and then I have configured slave, right? So as a user, as a Jenkins user, right? Not everybody will be aware that we need to create job in the slave, right?
Yes, yeah, but for Jenkins, as a Jenkins user, maybe you may not know these things. Okay, so then you have to contact the DevOps team or whatever, or the team, the correct team, who are creating the jobs, who are configuring these jobs and all. For example, right, okay, so you are tester, you don't know all this configuration. Just what you will do, so just you will run the job only. In the job already some okay, based upon your inputs. So for example, right, so and just assume that you are the Jenkins user. So I am the DevOps team. So you need to execute, you need to run some jobs through Jenkins, right? So then what you will do, you will contact the DevOps team and you will give all your inputs. So a command, the testing commands, all those things, and the DevOps guy will configure all these things and all. Okay. So yeah, Jenkins user they don't know. They don't want also. Okay. So they don't want to
Correct.
know also. Okay. But because just they're using Jenkins to run their commands, something their jobs and all. Okay. So they don't need to bother about. So it's running a slave or a master. They don't want to bother also.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, as a DevOps team, we need to take care of that one.
Okay.
Okay, Gaurav.
Yeah, fine.
Simple to see here, right? Okay, we are using WhatsApp, right? We are the WhatsApp users, so we don't know where the servers located, what is happening back, and that's we do not want to bother also, right? Same thing here also. The Jenkins users, they okay, just what is they want, just they need to execute the commands or their jobs. That's it. But they don't want to bother about where it is running. Those things they are not taken apart. Okay? So that is DevOps, DevOps engineer. So responsibility. So to run in correct slave or correct servers, all the stuff under.
Got it, Ram. Yeah.
Okay. Any questions, Revati?
No, Ram.
So that is the slave. Okay, just practice. Interview sometimes they may ask, okay, what is the slave? How to configure? Okay. You don't want to tell that step by step and all. At least some steps. Okay, you need to do it. So,
Sure, Ram.
okay, so that is one thing. Same UD job. Here that in slave I didn't configure anything. Okay. All of my job I configure the master only. Okay, just and I will dispatch this job to slave and I'm executing it. That's it. Okay, so okay, the slave and master. So you can.
So slave doesn't have a separate UI, right?
No separate UI. Okay, so no separate UI. Why? Because we are not installed Jenkins right in slave. In slave,
Yeah.
I install only Java. That's it, not Jenkins. So no separate UI.
Okay. Okay.
Only Jenkins master.
So this job ran in slave, and this all workspace or whatever it creates, right? Let's say this job in slave, whatever you have created, right? So it will go and create a folder kind of workspace in your slave, right?
Yes. Okay, you can see that one also. Just go there. See console output. In console output also you can see. So where it's created. Okay, you can see building remotely on a slave in workspace. Okay. So if you go your slave here. So cd lib Jenkins. So you can see cd workspace. I have my job data. Okay, Gaurav. In slave it will create the
Yeah,
workspace.
that's what I was thinking. Yeah, that should be fine.
Any other things? Any other questions, Revati? Revati, any questions, Revati?
No, Ram. Once I'll doing, if I have doubt, I'll ask you, Ram. When I have to
Okay,
call.
fine. So this is the one thing. That is the slave. Just follow this documentation. So here you can see all the steps. Okay. So here also okay, you can see how to configure the remote. Okay. So all the stuff here you can see. So just follow this documentation. Right. So that's the one thing. And okay. Go manage. Okay. So go manage Jenkins and try to install any one plugin, the backup plugin. So here you can see advanced, right? So here you can see advanced or something here. So here available means so what are the available plugins in Jenkins? Okay, here you can select, you can search here. You can select and you can install it here. So advanced means right. So here you can download the particular plugin. You can download the particular plugin and you can upload here. You can see that you can there are one option here. So you can download some plugin. For example, taking on plugin. Yes, plugin. Something in your plugin. So here, right, you can download whatever version you need. You can see here you can see different versions and that. So whatever version you need, you can download into your laptop. Okay, from your laptop, so you can upload to the Jenkins. That one. Okay, so here you can see. So here you can download. You see, there's some download option. You can see here. So this is Jenkins. You can see that the older some different versions and that. So here, right, so you can download here. Whatever version you need, okay, whatever version you request, so just you can download. So on, you can download it to your laptop, your local server, your laptop, whatever you're using, and here you can upload it. You can choose that file and you can upload here. This option. And right, so here you can see some proxy configuration. Any idea what is this proxy configuration?
No, Ram.
So this is my Jenkins master. Jenkins master, right? So this is my target server. My target server means, so this is my target server. Means in this target server, okay, I have some script, some X script, some script or some file, something is there. I want to deploy this file from okay in target server through Jenkins apps. Okay, this is my master. Okay, this is my master. This is my target server. Right? So sometimes, right? Okay, so you will not get direct access from master to target. Okay, because security. Again, I have some. This is target 1. This is target 2. Okay, so I want to deploy some X file or some X script, something. Okay, in my target, so through Jenkins apps, right? So on that time, right? So but directly, so we don't. I don't have access from master to my target servers. Why? Because security. For security reasons, so we will not give direct access. So on that time, right, what we will do, we'll go for the proxy. We'll go for the proxy. So how means? So we'll have one bastion server, a jump host. Any idea about jump server, bastion server? This thing, Gaurav?
Yeah, Ram, I think jump server, bastion server, these are all kind of proxy only, right? I won't give full access to perform any function, but I will restrict a user.
Yes.
I'll give a user-based, based on my public and private key, I'll give that access.
So this is my target 1. This is my target 2, right? Target 2. So here I can't. This is in our private subnets. Means private network. Private network means so we can't log in. So directly we can't log into these servers. Okay, maybe Jenkins, whatever it may be, Jenkins. We can't log into servers. Then what we'll do? We'll have the one concept, proxy concept. Bastion server, so bastion server, a jump server. Bastion server, a jump server. Right? So what we will do? First I will go to the I will have my jump server or bastion server. From here, from bastion server, I can able to log into my target server. I can able to log into my target server. So this we will call the proxy. So proxy. Okay. Maybe here we means maybe Jenkins or whatever software or manually whatever. Okay, so instead of logging direct to the targets, what we'll go to the via proxy. First, I will log into my bash server or gem server. From here, so we can enable access to our targets. So this thing will call the proxy. Okay, Jyoti? So here, so we can configure the proxy server, those stuff under.
Yeah, Ram.
So if we take our infrastructure, I'll show you how we configure. So here also, right? So we can't access directly our productions target servers from our laptop. We can't access directly. So here also we configure the proxy. Yes, you can see here. So okay, first this is our bash and host, and our proxy command. You can see the proxy command. So you can see host name, user Ubuntu or whatever that username. Proxy command. First, what it will do? First, it will connect to my bash server. My bash server. From there, okay. From there, we will redirect it to the or whatever the actual servers. Okay. Here, right. So this means here I want to connect to this server, whatever this server, right? But directly from our laptop, directly we can't connect. We can't connect. Why? Because those are the private servers, private network servers. So that's why. So here we configure the proxy command. This is the proxy command. So first, what it will do? It will connect to the bash server. From bash server, it will go to my actual target. Okay, Guru, Javati?
Yeah, Ram.
Yeah, Ram.
Ram, can you show once how you can create this
Yeah.
this architecture jump server?
The gem server?
Yeah.
It's simple, nothing. Same. So here, right? Okay, here while creating, right? So okay, if you create your instance in public subnet, that is public service jump server only. The name only name the bash or jump server. So you need to create the server in the take anyone public network. So you can see here. So here, right? So you have to select the network. So here these are all the public only by default. Okay, in AWS, here default VPC means it's public subnet. Okay, so here first of all here if you use our custom VPC, so we have to create the public subnet and the private subnet. So if you deploy private subnet, then directly we can connect to the servers through jump server or whatever right, to bash and host. So we can so jump server or bash host means so we have to deploy the server in the public subnet. Simple, same whatever, right? In our case, right, my slave or Jenkins I can use as a jump server or I can use as a bash server. Why? Because I deployed my slave and Jenkins master in the public subnet only. Simple. Here, private servers means the private sub. We will deploy the private subnets. Or jump server or bash and host or public server means we will deploy the server in the public subnet. Okay, Guru.
Yeah.
Okay, right. So that is the one thing. Okay, install means whatever the install plugins. So those plugins we can see in the tab. Okay, so any questions? If you don't have any questions, then so tomorrow we'll configure the Java project. Okay, so just practice till now. If you don't practice, okay, if you didn't practice, so tomorrow we'll go for the Java. Means we'll so what we will do. So on Java project, so we will save in the we'll upload or we will push into GitHub, and we'll integrate GitHub with our Jenkins. This one, and we'll call that GitHub project. And we'll test using Maven. We'll build. First, we'll okay. Before that, we will install the Maven plugin. We'll test. We'll build. Means that will convert the source code, the Java source code into jar file or var file. So before build, using SonarQube, we can test, we can configure SonarQube, all the stuff and all. We can that code quality we can check. Then we can build. Once build the jar file or var file, we can upload into Nexus. Before upload, we have to download the Nexus. We have to configure all the stuff and all. So from tomorrow, maybe 2 days or 3 days, so we will work on that configurations, the Java, JUnit, Maven installation, Nexus, all the stuff on that. Okay. So if you didn't practice till now, just please practice. Okay. These are the really basics. Whatever we discussed, these are the basics only. Except that these jobs, whatever these jobs we configure, these are the basic jobs. Okay. These are the really basic jobs. Okay, Gaurav, Revati, any questions?
Yeah.
No, Ram,
Okay.
good.
Okay. Then see you tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll work on the Java project. Thanks.
Yes,
Sure, Ram.
sure.
Thank you. Bye, Ram. Bye, Revati.
Bye. Bye, Gaurav. Bye, Ram.